Good morning everyone. Myself Indranil Mondal, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department. Today I am going to discuss part 4 of gas turbine. In this part I will discuss various methods for the improvement of the thermal efficiency of open cycle gas turbine. Let's start the session.
This is the main content of this video lecture. Methods for improvement of thermal efficiency of simple open cycle constant pressure gas turbine plant. Regeneration. This is gas turbine plant with regenerator and corresponding temperature versus entropy curve for gas turbine plant with regenerator. The exhaust gases carry a lot of heat as their temperature is far above the ambient temperature. The heat of the exhaust gases can be used to heat the air coming out from the compressor, thus reducing the mass of the fuel supplied in the combustion chamber. I have told earlier, gas turbine plant with regenerator is shown in this figure and corresponding temperature entropy diagram for gas turbine plant with regenerator is shown in this figure. It is theoretically possible to raise the temperature of the compressed air coming out from compressor from T2 to T5, that is equal to T4, and lower the temperature of the gases coming out from the turbine from T4 to T6, that is equal to T2, by passing them through a counterflow heat exchanger. With the use of regenerator in the circuit, there is no change in the compressor work and turbine work, but there is substantial reduction in the quantity of fuel supplied because the temperature of air entering the combustion chamber is increased. The thermal efficiency of the generative cycle is given by eta suffix th is equal to C suffix p into T3 minus T4 minus Cp T2 minus T1. This is equation number 15. As T4 equal to T5, that is this one, is an ideal regenerator. So the cycle efficiency is equal to 1 minus T2 by T1 by T3 minus T4. Putting the values 1 minus 1 by eta c into T2 dash minus T1 by eta t T3 minus T4. From that you will get 1 minus 1 by eta c into eta t into T1 into T2 dash by T1 minus 1 by T3 1 minus T4 dash by T3. But T2 dash by T1 equal to T3 by T4 dash, that is equal to R suffix p to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. This is equation number 16. So thermal efficiency is equal to 1 minus 1 by eta c eta t into T1 by T3 Rp to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1 by 1 minus 1 by Rp gamma minus 1 by gamma, that is equal to 1 minus 1 by eta c into eta t into T1 by T3 into Rp to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. This is equation number 17. It is obvious from this expression that the thermal efficiency of the cycle increases with an increase in T3 by T1 and decreases with increase in R suffix p. In actual practice, the rise in the temperature of the air from T2 to T5 equal to T4 is not possible. The actual temperature of air will be T5 dash is less than T5. This T5 dash less than T5. The actual temperature distribution through a counterflow heat exchanger is shown in this figure, and corresponding temperature entropy diagram is also shown in this figure. The thermal efficiency considering the actual temperature rise of air in the heat exchanger is given by this equation: eta T is equal to T3 minus T4 minus T2 by T minus T1 by T3 minus T5 dashed. This is equation number 18. The effectiveness of the regenerator is given by epsilon is equal to actual heat transfer to the air by maximum heat transfer theoretically possible, that is equal to MA into CPA into T5 dash minus T2 by mg into CPG into T4 minus T2, where Ma and mg are the masses of air and exhaust gases passing through the heat exchanger, and CPA and CPG are the specific heats of air and gases. If Ma equal to mg and CPA equal to CPG is assumed, then the effectiveness is given by this equation, that is equal to T5 dash minus T2 by T4 minus T2. A regenerator having infinite heat transferring surface area gives highest effectiveness. The use of such regenerator is restricted due to the weight and space limitations and cost and pressure losses. This is all about regeneration. Next, I will discuss intercooling. Major percentage of power developed by the gas turbine is utilized by the compressor. The work required by the compressor can be reduced by compressing the air in two stages and incorporating the intercooler between the two, as shown in this figure, and corresponding TS diagram is shown in this figure. The compression is performed in two or more stages, but between two stages there is an intercooler where cooling takes place at constant pressure to increase net work of gas turbine by saving some compression work. A two-stage compressor with perfect intercooler is shown in this figure. If compression takes place in one stage, then the work done is given by W suffix C is equal to Cp into T2 dash minus T1 is equal to Cp into T2 minus T1 plus T2 dash minus T2. If the work done in two stages with perfect intercooler as shown in this figure, then the work done is given by is equal to Cpa into T2 minus T1 plus T2 minus T3, as T4 minus T3 equal to T2 minus T1. Since the vertical distance 1 to 2 and 3 to 4 on TS diagram is less than the vertical distance 2 to dashed, the work required by two stages compressor with intercooler is less than the work required by a single stage compressor. A perfect intercooler is defined as a heat exchanger which reduces the temperature of air from T2, its original temperature, that is equal to T3 equal to T1 of air entering the compressor C1. This is actual compression with intercooler. Considering a actual compressions in both stage and imperfect intercooling, that is T3 greater than T1 as shown in this figure, the work done per kilogram of air by both compressors is given by Cp into T2 minus T1 plus T4 minus T3. Eta C1 is the isentropic efficiency of compressor C1 and eta C2 is the isentropic efficiency of compressor C2, where T3 greater than T1, which is the condition for imperfect intercooling. So WC is equal to CPA by eta C1 into T2 dash minus T1 plus CPA by eta C2 into T4 dash minus T3, that is equal to CPA into T1 by eta C1 in bracket P1 I by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1 plus CPA T3 by eta C2, that is P2 by Pi to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1, where Pi is the intermediate pressure between the two stages. Assuming T3 by T1 equal to K, that is WC is equal to CPA into T1 by eta C1, Pi by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1 plus CPA into KT1 by eta C2, P2 by Pi to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1, that is equation number 20. The minimum work requirement condition is given by dWc by dPi equal to 0. So dPi into 1 by eta C1 into Pi by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1 plus K by eta C2 into P2 by Pi to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1 equal to 0. 1 by eta C1 into gamma minus 1 by gamma is equal to Pi to the power minus 1 by gamma by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma plus K by eta C2 into P2 by gamma minus 1 by gamma into 1 minus gamma by gamma into Pi to the power 1 minus 2 gamma by gamma equal to 0. From that you will get Pi to the power minus 1 by gamma by eta C1 into P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma equal to K by eta C2 P2 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma by Pi to the power 2 gamma minus 1 by gamma. Pi to the power 2 into gamma minus 1 by gamma is equal to K into eta C1 by eta C2 P1 into P2 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. From that you will get the value of Pi, that is root over P1 P2 into K into eta C1 by eta C2 to the power gamma by gamma minus 1. This is equation number 21. If there is perfect intercooling, then K equal to 1 and eta C1 equal to eta C2, then the intermediate pressure for maximum work output is given by root over of P1 into P2. This is equation number 22. Substituting this value for the above mentioned condition in equation number 20, we get CPA into T1 by eta C into Pi by P1 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma plus P2 by Pi to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 2. CPA into T1 by eta C into P2 by P1 to the power half gamma minus 1 by gamma plus P2 by P1 to the power half gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 2 into, that is equal to 2 CPA into T1 by eta C P2 by P1 to the power half of gamma minus 1 by gamma minus 1. This is equation number 23. The thermal efficiency and work output per kilogram of air fuel mass of an intercooled turbine plant is given by eta Th is equal to T5 minus T6 by minus T2 minus T1 plus T4 minus T3 by T5 minus T4, and W suffix A is equal to Wt minus Wc. If T3 equal to T1, then you will get the value of thermal efficiency eta Th is equal to T5 minus T6 minus T2 plus T4 minus 2 T1 by T5 minus T4. The number of stages used for compression depends upon the overall pressure ratios of the plant. More than 2 stages with intercooler after every stage can be used for high pressure ratios. The number of stages used for generally decided as per the saving in the work done and extra capital required for the equipments used as compressors and intercoolers. Generally, only 2-stage compressor is used in gas turbine plants, as maximum pressure ratio is limited to 10 only. The work available with intercooler per kilogram of air is given by W suffix A is equal to Wt minus Wc.
W suffix T remains same as the inlet temperature to the turbine of the gases remains same, but W suffix C is reduced with intercooling. Therefore, the intercooling helps to increase the net output per kilogram of air. The temperature of the air coming out of compressor with intercooling, that is T4 as shown in the figure, is less than the temperature of air coming out of compressor without intercooling, T suffix A as shown in under figures. Therefore, the quantity of fuel required to raise the temperature of air to T5 with intercooling is greater than the fuel required to raise the temperature of air to T5 without intercooling. This lowers the thermal efficiency of the plant. I have told you earlier that the number of stages used for compression depends upon the overall pressure ratio of the plant. More than 2 stages with intercooler after every stage can be used for high pressure ratios. The number of stages used are generally decided as per the saving in the work done and extra capital required for the equipments used as compressors and intercoolers. From this video lecture, you will get knowledge about methods to improve thermal efficiency of gas turbine that contain regeneration, that is done by preheating the compressed air before entering to the combustion chamber with the turbine exhaust in a heat exchanger, thus saving fuel consumption. And intercooling. In intercooling, the compression is performed in 2 or more stages, but between 2 stages there is intercooler where cooling takes place at constant pressure to increase network of gas turbine by saving some compression work. In my next video lecture, I will discuss reheating, that is another method to improve thermal efficiency of gas turbine. If you want to get more videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.